I am more than willing to take every single text message that exists out there.
Baldoni and the other plaintiffs need to prove that the Times made false statements and that they either knew the statements were false or recklessly disregarded the falsity of those statements.
Was there a coordinated smear campaign to bring down Blake Lively?
100% no.
They say the truth always comes out, but who knew it'd start with a text message? Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, co-stars in the much-anticipated movie It Ends With Us, have found themselves in the middle of a storm more intense than any box office showdown. At the heart of this drama is a series of leaked texts that reveal more than either of them might have intended, and they've set off a chain reaction that's impossible to ignore. The legal battle that erupted days before Christmas has fans and critics alike choosing sides. Lively's lawsuit against Baldoni alleges harassment and a calculated smear campaign, while his camp vehemently denies the claims, painting the star as a mastermind of media manipulation. The stakes? 2 glittering reputations, a film already marred by controversy, and careers that could either crumble or emerge. But how did a promising collaboration between 2 Hollywood heavyweights dissolve into a media circus? What was hidden in those texts? And why does this fight feel more personal than professional? Let's unravel the layers of a controversy that's gripping the world. Before the lawsuit, there was the movie, and before the movie, there were whispers. It Ends With Us was supposed to be a game changer. Based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, the film promised to tackle the raw and heart-wrenching realities of love, trauma, and resilience. With Blake Lively in the lead and Justin Baldoni doubling as co-star and director, the project had the makings of a box office hit. Filming began in early 2023, but cracks in the polished Hollywood facade were visible even during production. Tense press tours, awkward red carpet moments, co-stars who avoided posing together. Fans noticed, but no one could have guessed the iceberg beneath the surface. Lively, a household name known for her wit and grace, brought star power to the role. Meanwhile, Baldoni, celebrated for his advocacy for gender equity, seemed an unlikely antagonist in what was about to unfold. Yet, behind the cameras, a story was brewing, one where power dynamics and personal clashes would overshadow the movie itself. By August, the tension reached a boiling point as the cast promoted the film without the warmth and camaraderie fans had expected. Now, with legal documents filed and private messages exposed, the story of It Ends With Us has become less about its themes and more about the off-screen drama unraveling its leads. In the world of Hollywood, where every word is scripted and every move choreographed, leaked text messages are the unscripted drama no one saw coming. The private exchanges between Justin Baldoni and his PR team have pulled back the curtain on a narrative far more complex than any film plot. The messages, first brought to light by the New York Times, reveal a calculated strategy to undermine Blake Lively's reputation. In one exchange, Baldoni expresses unease over being blocked on Instagram by Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds, prompting discussions about preemptive measures. His PR head, Jennifer Abel, and crisis management expert, Melissa Nathan, discuss hiring contractors for social account takedowns and initiating threads of theories online to discredit Lively. Nathan's assertion, "You know we can bury anyone," underscores the aggressive nature of their approach. These conversations occurred in May 2024, months after filming for It Ends With Us had concluded. The timing suggests that tensions had been simmering beneath the surface, only to boil over as the film's release approached. Lively's lawsuit, which includes these texts as evidence, accuses Baldoni of creating a hostile work environment, citing inappropriate comments about her weight and her late father. For Lively, these messages bolster her claims of a targeted smear campaign designed to tarnish her image and career. The detailed plans discussed in the texts align with her allegations of retaliation following her complaints about Baldoni's on-set behavior. Conversely, Baldoni's camp argues that the messages have been taken out of context or manipulated to fit Lively's narrative. His attorney, Brian Friedman, has indicated plans to release the full text exchanges to provide a clearer picture, suggesting that selective excerpts have painted an incomplete story. The public's response has been swift and polarized. Supporters of Lively view the text as damning evidence of a premeditated attack, while Baldoni's defenders caution against jumping to conclusions without the full context. Media outlets have dissected the messages, with some emphasizing the alleged smear tactics and others highlighting the need for due process and the dangers of trial by public opinion. As the legal battle unfolds, these text messages serve as a pivotal element in the court of public opinion, influencing perceptions and potentially impacting the careers of both stars involved. The most unsettling aspect of the texts isn't just the alleged smear tactics. They expose how harassment allegations can be systematically discredited in an industry that thrives on controlled narratives. This isn't just about Blake Lively or Justin Baldoni. Baldoni. The texts reveal a broader, calculated use of public relations to suppress dissenting voices. Alleged discussions of manipulating social media and hiring contractors to harm reputations bring into question the ethical boundaries of Hollywood's crisis management playbook. How many other careers have been quietly derailed using these tactics? At the same time, these messages have reignited conversations about gender inequities in Hollywood. The text's tone reflects an industry still grappling with misogyny, where a woman who raises concerns is met with retaliation rather than support. Critics have pointed out that this kind of orchestrated backlash often discourages other women from speaking out, perpetuating a cycle of abuse and silence. Social media has turned these leaked texts into a cultural flashpoint. Unlike traditional media, where narratives can be carefully crafted, platforms like Twitter amplify every detail, exposing strategies that might otherwise stay behind closed doors. Hashtags like #YouCan'tBuryEveryone signal a shift. Public sentiment is no longer as easy to control, and accountability is becoming a crowdsourced effort. The revelations in these texts have forced Hollywood to confront uncomfortable truths about power, gender, and the ways narratives are spun. As the case unfolds, it's clear that this battle is about more than two celebrities. It's a fight over who gets to control the narrative in an era of unprecedented transparency. Let's take a step back to recap Blake Lively's lawsuit against her It Ends With Us co-star and director, Justin Baldoni. She alleged sexual harassment and a retaliatory smear campaign. The suit details instances where Baldoni allegedly made inappropriate comments about Lively's appearance, entered her trailer uninvited while she was undressed, and engaged in unplanned intimate scenes. Lively also claims that after raising concerns, Baldoni and his team orchestrated a campaign to tarnish her reputation, including leaking negative press about her. In response, Justin Baldoni has vehemently denied the allegations, labeling them as false and defamatory. He has filed a $250 million libel lawsuit against the New York Times, accusing the publication of relying on Lively's unverified narrative and failing to vet her claims properly. Baldoni's legal team argues that Lively's accusations are a strategic move to gain control over the film's production and reshape her public image. Brian Friedman, Baldoni's attorney, stated Lively's cynical abuse of sexual harassment allegations to assert unilateral control over every aspect of the production was both strategic and manipulative. He further accused Lively and the New York Times of engaging in a vicious smear campaign against Baldoni. On the other side, Lively's legal representatives have expressed their commitment to addressing the allegations in court, stating, "We look forward to addressing each and every one of Wayfarer's allegations in court." The leaked texts have cast a shadow over the public statements issued in Blake Lively's lawsuit. For Lively, the revelations provided the backbone of her claims, prompting her to release a statement that struck at the heart of Hollywood's toxic dynamics. "The texts speak for themselves," she asserted. "This case isn't just about me, it's about dismantling a system where retaliation is the norm and accountability is the exception." Justin Baldoni, however, countered with a sharp denial, pointing to the selective nature of the leaks. Through his attorney, Brian Friedman, Baldoni claimed that the texts had been taken out of context to craft a misleading narrative. "These leaks are a transparent attempt to manipulate public opinion before the facts are fully examined," Friedman stated, arguing that the complete exchange would exonerate Baldoni and expose Lively's alleged agenda. The texts also elicited strong reactions from those close to the controversy. Ryan Reynolds showed solidarity with Lively, cryptically posting on Instagram, "Truth doesn't need a PR team." Colleen Hoover, the author of It Ends With Us, expressed dismay, saying, "I believed this story would inspire conversations about healing, but instead, it's been hijacked by tactics that only deepen the wounds." Even Wayfarer Studios, the film's production company, found itself grappling with the text's implications. While maintaining neutrality, their statement emphasized confidence in the legal process, carefully avoiding direct engagement with the allegations. On social media, the texts became the center of a cultural storm. Fans dissected each line, with some calling the messages damning evidence of Baldoni's intent, while others argued that partial leaks could not convey the full picture. Trending hashtags like "Nar texts tell all" and "out of context" fueled debates, dividing public opinion and amplifying the stakes. The leaked texts may have been private, but their fallout is a stark reflection of Hollywood's public reckoning with power and accountability. The messages exchanged between Justin Baldoni and his PR team aren't just evidence in a lawsuit, they're a microcosm of the systemic issues plaguing Hollywood. The tone of the texts, particularly the infamous line, "You know we can bury anyone," epitomizes the manipulative dynamics that have long been whispered about in the entertainment industry. For Blake Lively, these texts underscore the gendered power struggles she's fighting to expose, where women who speak up often face retaliation cloaked as PR strategy. The texts also highlight the dark side of Hollywood's crisis management playbook. Damage control in celebrity disputes often involves smearing accusers or shifting the narrative. Baldoni's alleged strategy of planting negative stories about Lively shows how public relations can be weaponized to protect reputations while undermining the accuser's credibility, a tactic that perpetuates workplace harassment by silencing victims. Social media has amplified this controversy, transforming it into a cultural battleground. Hashtags like Mind, Stand with Blake, and Justice for Justin have turned private grievances into public debates, with fans scrutinizing every detail of the leaked messages. In doing so, platforms like Twitter and Instagram have become arbiters of justice, where public sentiment can sway reputations and, ultimately, careers. As Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni gear up for a legal battle, several key questions remain unanswered. Will the full context of the leaked texts paint a clearer picture, or will they deepen the mystery? How will the court evaluate claims of harassment and the counter-allegations of defamation? And most importantly, will this case set a precedent for how Hollywood handles such high-stakes conflicts in the future? The potential outcomes are as murky as the controversy itself. If the court finds the texts corroborate Lively's claims, Baldoni's career could face irreparable damage, both professionally and personally. Conversely, if Baldoni succeeds in his libel suit, it could shift public opinion dramatically and cast doubt on Lively's motives. Beyond the courtroom, the fallout is already reshaping public allegiances. Social media has become the battleground, with fans, peers, and industry insiders taking sides in a case that has become as much about power dynamics as individual actions. Where do you stand on this unfolding drama? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the case that's keeping everyone talking.